Hey, I'm Matthew with the Fine Press, and this is Creative People Are Weird. There's a good chance that you're watching this on Thursday. Maybe Thursday morning you saw my tweet go out ridiculously early, or you saw it on Facebook or wherever. But Creative People Are Weird comes out on Thursdays. And it is currently Wednesday morning. John and I got here dark and early. John, say hi to everybody. He's waving. And we are here on Wednesday morning shooting this. And for the longest time, John has been, well, the longest, this is number 8, so it hasn't been forever. But John's been trying to convince me that I needed to schedule a time to do Creative People Are Weird. I've been very hesitant to do so. The creative muse must find me, and I don't know when it's going to strike. So if you're there, you're there. If you're not, has kind of been my philosophy. And John's been pushing me, set a date and time, make it happen, show up, do the work. And I was inclined to disbelieve him. As is often the case, it requires more than the voice you know to hear something you need to hear. So the voice I didn't know happened to be that of Charles Duhigg, I don't know how you say it, but the book The Power of Habit, which I am not fully finished with yet, but it's an incredible book that talks about habit in some really interesting ways. And the big takeaway for me is this idea. The idea that when we create habits in our lives, when we create routines, rituals, I talked about rituals last week, and hopefully you know I love rituals. When we talk about, or when we build into our lives things that we don't have to concentrate on to make happen. You ever get that sensation of, you're driving to work and all of a sudden you're there and you're not quite sure how you got there? Don't do that. But it does happen, and it's because driving to work is such a routine that you can kind of do it and almost be somewhere else, as scary as that is. In developing habits, we can allow space for the mental energy to really engage with whatever creative things we're working on, wherever the muse is. I think of the uniforms of some of the great creatives. Steve Jobs, wore the same thing all the time. And one of the reasons why, as far as I've been told, and this could be completely wrong, but I think it's true, is so that he didn't have to think about what he was going to wear that day, because we only have so much concentration muscle, so much willpower muscle, and focusing on things that aren't at the core of what we do can detract from the good work we're doing. I'm in Central Florida, so in The Power of Habit, when they talked about Tony Dungy, it wasn't lost on me. Tony Dungy was head coach for the Bucs for a long time, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I'm not a sports guy. I got to admit, I don't know much about the guy. But I'm absolutely fascinated by the work that he did in Tampa Bay and then when he moved on, in creating habits in his players that allowed them to not have to think, but to do what was right to make the play happen. He drilled in them such simple, basic habits that they were able to just engage without even thinking and focus only on the things they needed to know where to be and what to do. They had habits that cleared the way for them to do the good work. And so it worked for me today. I was really concerned about not knowing what I was going to talk about. And this morning, as I was seeing my family off, the muse struck like a lightning bolt or whatever. And maybe this one was super easy because it's what's on my mind and the whole reason I'm here this morning. But I think that's kind of the idea. When we develop habits that allow us to focus solely on the task at hand and not worry about the other things, it allows the muse to find us, or us to find the muse, whatever that looks like. So that's my encouragement, is to work on finding habits that help you clear away the other stuff and focus on doing the good work. Show up and do the work. I would love to hear your feedback. What do you think? What are your habits? What habits would you love to form? This, by the way, is also a great book to talk about getting rid of the bad habits in your life, the things that distract you from doing the good work. And you never really get rid of them. You replace them with good habits. So I strongly suggest pick this book up. I'm not posting an affiliate link or anything. I get nothing in return from telling you how great this book is. Go read it. And send me your feedback. I want to hear from you. And I am Matthew with A Fine Press. This is Creative People Are Weird, and I'll see you next Thursday.